My top 10 favorite books I've read this year so far, as someone who almost exclusively reads horror. Chlorine is about a teenage girl that is convinced that she is a mermaid and that she's willing to do whatever it takes to fulfill her destiny. This does a really good job at showcasing just how uncomfortable, messy, and sometimes disturbing growing up can be, and it features a scene of body horror so intense I got lightheaded. Death of Us is about the rise and subsequent fall of a marriage in the wake of a brutal home invasion. This is a slow burn thriller that jumps back and forth in time, and it is equal parts depressing and disturbing. This was a hard read. Old Soul is about a man that's grieving the loss of his childhood best friend who disappeared under very bizarre circumstances, who accidentally uncovers a series of similar disappearances going back hundreds of years where the same strange woman is somehow responsible. This is creepy and depressing and way crazier than I thought it was going to be. It is one of the most unique books I have ever read. A Touch of Gin is about a very toxic couple whose only source of happiness is over their shared obsession over this one girl. Like, every facet of their lives revolves around her, and to their surprise, they're able to go on a weekend away with her, and everything just starts to spiral. Things eventually get so insane. This definitely plays out like a fever dream. It is so unhinged. Good Me Bad Me is about a young girl that just turned her mother in for the murder of 9 toddlers, and it's about her struggling to adapt to her new foster home as she deals with some really intense bullying and as she awaits her mother's trial. The mother in the story is absolutely terrifying. The way that she haunts the narrative was just completely suffocating. Listen to Your Sister is about 3 siblings that are forced to go on the run after a series of really terrible things happen to them, and so they go to a secluded cabin in the woods and experience something even worse. This blurs the line between horror and thriller. It is so over the top in the absolute best way. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. All the Fiends of Hell takes place in the aftermath of an apocalyptic event in which bells started tolling and everyone was sucked up into a blood red sky. Our main character is one of the few remaining survivors, and he's got to figure out exactly what happened and what he's supposed to do now as some things are picking off the last remaining survivors. This is so depressing and just very bleak and creepy. I would love to see it turned into a movie someday. Deadly Animals is about a young girl that's checking out her collection of roadkill one morning when she stumbles across the body of a severely mutilated missing young boy, and after turning it into the police, she decides that she's going to solve the case herself. The way that the crime scenes are portrayed in this one upset me so much I had to put the book down for a while. It was so disturbing. But I hope this is the first book in a series because I love the characters so much. They were so well written. My favorite book of the year so far is When the Wolf Comes Home. It's about a woman that's having one of the worst nights of her life, and when she runs home in a panic, she finds a young boy cowering in her backyard. Something is chasing him, and soon after, it's chasing them both. And things just go off the rails in this story in the absolute best, craziest way. I had no idea what was going to happen next, and the way that it ends was just jaw-dropping. Nat has done it again.